So traders, it's a new week. How are you guys doing? Yesterday was Monday. I didn't trade yesterday for some reasons though, but today I'm going to be showing you guys how I took this trade last week. This buy on gold. You can see that the buy finally hit TP today by 2:30 p.m. during Asia. Finally hit TP and I took this one and also so many other trades. But we'll start with gold. Let's start with gold. How did I take this trade? Now this is MSNR and and SMC strategy. This is MSNR and SMC strategy. Okay, so it's nothing different from what you know, it's nothing less from what you know, it's just something more advanced and probably what you know but in a different strategic manner. Okay, so for you guys who don't know MSNR, if you hear me say a V shape or a support, this is what it is. This is a V shape, right? On our normal alphabet, this is a V shape, and this V shape, this low here, is the V shape, or you can call it a classic MSNR, or you can also call it um, a rejection block. So anytime you hear me say rejection block, it is this V shape. This V shape is a key level in MSNR. If you go to a line chart, you see all this place. Look at an A shape. This is the one we call an A shape. You see, it's in an A shape manner. If you hear me say a V shape, this is a V shape. Look at this one. This is a V shape. This is a V shape. You see the V shape. This QM right here, which is where I might be expecting buy from, is a V shape. This QM, look at it. It's a V shape that failed. Price fail it, break through it again. It is now a QM. If you hear me say QM, for those of you who don't know what a QM is a level, a V shape or an A shape that price broke twice. This is what I mean. It's like the head and shoulder pattern. This is a low, a high, right? A lower low, a lower high, then a lower low. Price now fails to create a lower high. Now price now give us a break of structure like this. I hope you now see that price has given us a break 2 times now. Look at it, this place, this is where the break happened here, another break now happened here, this 2 times, and then a break to the upside. Now this level here, if you extend it to this place, this is what is called a QM. So for those of you who don't know what a QM is, and if you now hear me say an OC level, I just want to lay this foundation. Sorry, if you hear me say an OC level is the opening and close of 2 candles like this. So this is a bullish candle. The bullish candle closed here, another bullish candle open from here, maybe make a retracement and continue. Now at the top of the previous bullish candle, you mark it. This is an OC level. It is an open and close level. Same thing there if it's a bearish candle. If it's a bearish candle, the same thing. I hope we now understand. So we know other block now. So if you hear me say support level, you know that it's what your V shape, or resistance is your A shape. It's still the same thing. If you hear me say supply level or demand, you know that your supply is the one at the top here. So it's just multi-language to me. Okay, so this is your supply, this is your supply, this is your demand. Now if price is coming to this level instead of supply or demand, you hear me say other block, just know that it is still this your demand. Or price is coming up to this place, you hear me say supply, it is still your other block. Okay, or price is coming to this level here, you hear me say your support level, it is still this other block or demand. Thank you. So let's get started. I just want to lay this foundation. Okay, let's get started. Now, how did I take this trade? How did I take this trade? Since it's the end of the month and the beginning of the week, I will go to the monthly. I'll go to the monthly. It won't take much time here, since on the live class I explained something to you guys. You see that we have a gap here on the monthly time frame that was not filled. Price came down to this zone. This is an OC level here. This open and close, this is an OC level, it's a key level. Now price came to this zone, filled this gap and tapped into this OC level on a monthly time frame. And also there is liquidity resting below here. This low has liquidity. You know why? There is liquidity above here and below here. Why I said that is because this low, you see, this low didn't take out any high or any low. You see that this previous candle, this is the candle high, this is the candle low. This next candle took out the high, right? This next candle high, this next candle low. The next one took out what? The high. But when it comes to this particular candle, it didn't take out any high or any low. Look, it didn't take out this one high, this high. It didn't take out this high. It didn't come down to take out the low. So probably, let me remove this. Probably this March candle, since this March candle have taken out the high and now taking out the low, and then come and tap into an OC level whereby filling a fair value gap here. So there's possibility that this candle might close bearish, but there's possibility that from next month we'll start expecting buys since this has been fulfilled. Let's see the weekly time frame. Initially we were in the monthly. Now on the weekly time frame, these are all liquidity, all these lows. Price came down and filled this gap here. After filling the gap, you see, look at the line I marked from the next candle. This is an order block, mind you. Yes, this is an order block. This candle, I'd say it looked like a doji, but it's not completely a doji. This candle, after price filled the gap, price started rejecting. And now the next thing I'm seeing here is what we call a CRT, candle range theory. Look at this previous candle low. It was swept. This candle swept this candle low. Now there's possibility that this next candle will come up to sweep this high. Remember, this is a morning star pattern. If you know your candle, if you read your candlestick Bible, you know that this is a morning star forming. This is a morning star. Now look at it. This is a morning star. This is a hammer, a long bearish candle, a hammer. Next that we are going to be expecting is what? A long bullish candle. So this candle now, and this is also a CRT. We are expecting price to come and take out this high. This is our next drawn liquidity. Now let's now go down to the daily time frame. Now on our daily time frame, this was on Thursday. On Thursday, price came down to this V shape. Go to your line chart. You see the V shape I'm talking about, right? Now price came down, close below this V shape, still close above it. That's a sign of rejection. And then the next candle broke it. You see this also to this candle, but I'm not going to stay here. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So you see the main reason why I took this trade. Now a structure was already forming. A structure was forming right from this place. A high, a low, a high, a low. Now I was expecting another high to be formed. I think this is actually 1 hour structure. This is actually 1 hour structure. So I was expecting price to give me another high. Now when price came to this level here, I got to this level from a daily key level. Look at it, this is a daily key level. So let me cut this. So let me cut it from here. From a daily key level, this key level. I cut this thing on. Yeah. Now there's a daily key level here. You see one here, this key level, and you see this key level. Let's get going. Now let's go to our 1 hour to look at the structure, since that was a 1 hour structure. A 1 hour structure. Now on a 1 hour time frame, look at it. We got a break. This is swing low, a swing high. Now price now came back to this place. This particular place is a 1 hour, is a daily key level. Now what I'm going to be expecting here is buy confirmation. I'm going to be expecting what? Buy confirmation. Now what I now did is this. I went to 15-minute time frame to look for 15 minutes break. On our 15-minute time frame, this was a stop hunt, a break of structure to the upside. Now but this thing happened in the evening. This was around 9 p.m. That was when price break to the upside. I can't take a trade at night except in the morning. Now when it's morning, this is Asia. Between here to here is Asia. Okay, this is 2:45 p.m. Let's forward price down to morning. Okay, now this is exactly 6 o'clock in the morning, and look at what Asia did. Asia did something here. This was a stop hunt, a break of structure. After we got this break, this pullback is our inducement. Another pullback here is our inducement. Now where did I take my trade from? Where did I take my trade from? I took my trade right from this breaker block here. This breaker block. This is where I took my trade from. And apart from that, this line you see, this particular line you see, I marked this line from the daily time frame. This was a daily key level. Look at it. You remember what I told you guys about QM? Price has given us a break one, and another bullish candle is rejecting on top of it. Now let's go to 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at what is so special about that line. Let me go to the line chart. Look at it. You see how many times price break through it, and if I change it to a normal candlestick, look at, you see that price used it. Look at this place. Price wanted to break it, price used it, make a retracement, then break through it, and now price broke through it. Another rejection here. That's why when this bullish candle closed above it, I used it as my point of interest, because I believe that it is a strong level. For price to use it multiple times, it means what? It is a strong level. Now let's go to the 1-hour time frame. On our 1-hour time frame, you can say that this is our order block, right? This is our order block on the 1-hour time frame, because price has closed above it. Now this other one, just mark just the body, and let's see 15 minutes. You see that it is also at the same point. So this is why I use this place, and I'll put my entry at exactly that level, the daily level. And then here I have my inducement. I have another leg here. That's why I took the trade. Price just came in and boom. Now this second entry I took. Why did I take this entry? I was looking for confirmation. This place here, I didn't reach the entire 1% here because I was waiting for confirmation. This was the confirmation that I got. I got this confirmation. Let's see, 30 minutes. You see what we have on a 30-minute time frame. Let me just go to line chart so that you see it's very clear. Look at, on a 30-minute time frame, this is a break, a body break. This is what? A break. So I was expecting to see this body break here. Since I already have this stop hunt, price came to my POI, and now I'm looking for what? A break. Once I have a break at the retracement, I enter. You guys now see why I took this trade and how I took the trade. Go to your 15-minute time frame. You also have a break. Look at it. This is a 15-minute break. So that was why I took the trade. You see this retracement immediately, I entered. Like this, I'm already inside the trade. I hope you guys understand. So I bought up. Okay, I don't know why this guy came down. So I bought up to this place. Up to this place, I think before the week closed. This was 9:15 p.m. Price gets to this point before this week closed, and that's where I left the market. And next is on BTC. I was actually buying BTC. BTC then fucked me up. I was buying BTC from here. GBP USD. Was I looking for any trade on GBP USD? So I hope you guys understand how we took that trade on gold. First, we had the POI. And secondly, it was a retracement, because you can see that clearly that price was bullish, even though the main direction was bearish. But I know that price is coming from a monthly, a weekly, and a daily key level. So it's going to be a very strong zone. Price is going to have that strength to push price up. The market is going to have that strength. Now, when price gave me a retracement, I looked for an exact point, but I entered with less risk. Now, when I now saw a break to the upside, confirming that yes, this trade is going to go, I entered immediately at the retracement. Then my stop loss was then below that swing. That is a more perfect entry. Now, let's see GBP JPY. I think I took a trade on GBP JPY, a buy trade. Let me show you that one too before we can continue. Where's GJ? We should play around this GJ cross. Okay, I took a trade on GJ. Yeah, I was buying this guy. I didn't even look at the chart yesterday, but this buy, I took this buy from, I think this was on Monday last week. Let's go to 4 hours. Let me just show you briefly how I took the buy and why I took the buy. It's actually the same concept. I told you guys that I'm also an SMC trader. I don't play with structure. Look at this 4 hour structure. This is a higher high, but a higher low. a higher high and what, a higher low. Now I was expecting price to give me another higher high before even this break, but thank God price came and took out the liquidity first. Now why did I choose this level? Why did I choose this level? Let's see daily. Why did I choose this level? I think this level was from, yeah, it was from a weekly time frame. Where's my, this was from a weekly time frame, because price was coming from this zone here. If you go to the monthly time frame, you see that this was a very big gap. There was a gap here. This place here, there was a gap here. See that price came and filled this gap immediately, and now it's rejecting. And then if you go down to the weekly time frame, we have a CRT here. We have a CRT. I will soon teach on CRT for those of you guys who don't know CRT. You see this bullish candle, it swept the previous one low and closed below it. This is almost the same thing for me in gold. Now this, I now know that the next place that price will be targeting will be this high. So you see all this multiple buy. I'm still expecting this high to be taken out, and you can see clearly that price is bullish. This is just a retracement. Price is bullish. Okay, so let me remove all this, and then after I mark that key level on a weekly time frame, this is the key level here that I marked. I think I went to 4 hour and I still find it. Yeah, on a 4 hour time frame, I think this was where I took the buy from. Let me see, 1 hour. Let me see 1 hour. This particular level here, I think it was from this block that I now took this buy from. I used this level because of there was a key level here. There was a key level. Okay. Look at this 1 hour V-shape level. This 1 hour V-shape. This is where I took the trade from. And secondly, this Asia below it. You see Asia here. A lot of people will be expecting price to just come and sweep Asia and buy immediately, forgetting that there was this low was created on Sunday at the market open. So I know that this low will be swept. Exactly what happened. So you see that confirmation I used before. You can still use it if you are afraid to take this buy. Let's go to 15 minutes. It has already played out. Let's see 15 minutes. You see that I even marked the place. Well, I didn't take the trade. Look at it. Now on your 15 minutes, this is a break. If you go to a line chart, you see it's clear. This is a break. You see, this is a stop hunt, break to the downside, and now break to the upside. This is a break. See the bullish candle, see the bearish rejection, and then price came down. Tap into your POI. You are not sure if this place is going to hold, but liquidity have been swept here. There's also liquidity that was swept initially. Look at Asian low here. This is enough confirmation to buy, but you are afraid. Now, once you see this break like this, this will now be your entry. You enter from here. Your stop loss can be below here. You can choose to enter from this other block, but most of the times, once price just break, price do not use to give retracement to come back. So you enter from here, extend it. Now, why am I targeting this high? It is because this is the next swing high. After price gave us this retracement, remember our 4 hour structure gave us this retracement. Where are you going to be targeting? Is this high now? This high will be the next draw on liquidity since price is bullish. So boom, we are in already. Zoom. You're going already. So now let's say you want to take another trade. This is another day. You see Asia is already forming. This is another day. Let's say we wanted to take another trade here. You know that we have not started our main topic, and also backtesting, and analyzing the charts for today, Tuesday. But let's say you want to take another trade here. Okay, Asia has formed completely. Let's go to the daily time frame. I normally go to the daily every blessed day. Now you see this key level. I marked from the weekly. Now this bullish candle closed below it. The next day just open and it's already reacting to it. You can use it as a key level. The next key level here is this V shape down here. This V shape that was created yesterday, where we took our buy from. That's the next key level. Now let's see 1 hour. let's say 1 hour. This is price rejecting a key level here and then giving us a break of structure. If we do not see any opportunity to buy at this zone, the next zone will be where this QN here, this breaker block. We all know what a breaker block is. A breaker block is a failed order block, so people will be expecting this price to use this order block to continue selling, but price broke above it. That means it is now a breaker block, which is a failed order block, for those of you who don't know what a breaker block is. So now what I'm going to be looking for here is confirmation to buy this place here. I'm going to be looking for confirmation to buy, and a major level to break will be this high. This will be, see that almost all these zones I marked it. That's because I took the trade. You see, I also marked this zone. That's because I followed this chart. So now this is Asia. Asia have been swept. Price swept this Asia, also swept this low. Now what we want to see to confirm that this zone, since we do not have any valid POI here apart from this key level, what we are going to use to confirm that this zone will hold is this. We want to see price give us a break, and then at the retracement we can enter. Do we understand? We want to see price give us a break, and at the retracement here, this is the break we are waiting for. This is it. You see that we have a break here now. This is a break, and at the retracement we enter. So we can choose to use this A shape. Those level I used to mark that if it break you enter the same immediately is an A shape, or you mark the whole of this candle. This will be your entry. This is on here. But if you are more afraid, you can use another block below here, another block below this place. But there's a problem with this place. We don't have an inducement here. You know that if this place was a POI, let's say this place was a point, our point of interest, we have an inducement here, break of structure, price came and cleared the inducement, tap into our POI and give us a break. We don't need an inducement again to enter. That was why at this place I didn't look for any inducement. I just entered immediately. But here there's no inducement here because there's no POI here that price tapped into. Price only swept liquidity. So this place can be used as a fish. Price can come and fish us out here. So it is more safer if we use candle reaction. Let price come to us, then let's see candlestick reaction. We want to see a reaction here to enter. There's no reaction here. You guys might be wondering, what reaction am I waiting for? You see this first candle that touched here, I want to see price engulf it. Even if it's after all this multiple candle, I want to see price break above it, but price didn't do that. Now look at the next POI here. This bearish candle came and touched here. What I want to see is price should close below the body of this candle, above the body of this candle. That will be my confirmation to buy. Now I can probably buy from here because this is also another break, and in another sense this is like an engineered liquidity. This place here, it's like an engineered liquidity for this zone. So I can buy from here. Probably if this zone is going to hold, then my trade is safe. My stop loss will be below here. My target will be this place here. Now have it at the back of your mind that we still have this zone, we still have this breaker block, and this is a break. This is a break to the upside like this. Price might want to do something like this. So this place here, you need slow here because it's like you are buying at a premium level. So let's see what the markets later did. Okay, you see the buy was clear now, right? So that's it. You see that this one went up. I took another buy from around this zone, up until when price touched this zone, then price now starts selling. When we come to analyze the market, we'll figure out why price sold. Okay, mind you, this zone here never gave us another break. Probably that was why it failed. Look at now, it didn't give us another break. You see that this was a break to the upside, a low. Price never gave us another break. Now automatically this low is liquidity. Look at this other one. They look like a relative equal lows. Okay, and so I'm gonna remove these guys. Now let's start with the XY. Let's start with the XY. The XY dollar index. If you didn't know about the XY, if you don't know about the XY, it's dollar index. Okay. So we should start with probably the monthly time frame. It's the end of the month now, so yeah, this is the monthly time frame. This is the monthly time frame. This one you see, this particular one, this particular bearish candle that swept all this low and came to this place is January. The next candle you see, this short bullish one that didn't take out any low or any high, is February. And this big one that took out all these highs, including this last high, is March, our current month. This current month. Let me not say our current month. So now what are we going to be expecting next from April? Is what I don't know. But let's see. Since price has closed above this place is automatically a breaker block. This is a breaker block, or you can call it an A shape that failed. In MSNR, we call it a RDS, a resistance that is now a support, because this is a resistance, right? Or in SMC, for those who trade supply and demand, they call it supply to demand flip. Why? Because this is supply. Once price has broken above it, it is no more a supply, it is now below, so it will now can serve as a demand, and also it is a breaker block. So you see that all these trading concepts are almost the same. We are all speaking the same language. So now this is now a demand, right? And in MSNR, it is now what? The support level. I'll not be mixing the language so that for those of us who can easily get confused, so that we can understand. So let's see the weekly. We normally go to the monthly just to see what the previous month did, and now you have seen what January did. January was bearish, February bullish, and now March is bullish. Now there's possibility that April will just open, give us a retracement, and also give us that bullish vibe. Okay, that is for the dollar index. And so let me see, where's that level? The level marked. Okay, here's the place, this level. Maybe I should use this color for it. And on a weekly time frame, this is that level below here. This is the level. But if you ask me, where is price really going to? Where is price really going to? Remember that this is a weekly time frame. Could it be that as this liquidity has been swept, and this is price closing above this one, could it be that price is actually making a very thick retracement to do this? Could it be? Or probably, what if price is actually just buying? Because this place here, was a sweep. This was actually a sweep. Price swept this place, but didn't close below it. Tapped into this level. Look at this level from the weekly time frame. Now tapped into this level and give us a break of structure. Remember that when weekly rejects a monthly and then give us a break, weekly is bullish. Now there is a monthly key level here. Look at it. This is a monthly key level, and this is also a demand area. This candle, because there was a retracement here. So it's like a rally based rally. Now when price reject, or from when weekly reject from a monthly zone and give you a break, that is a sign that what monthly storyline has started and monthly is bullish. That sends it to the opposite direction. And now this is also a weekly level. Now let's see daily. Daily has also given us a break. That means weekly is also bullish. I hope we see now. But what is weekly doing? This bearish candle you see was last 2 week, and this bullish one is last week. Now I believe that this last 2 week candle actually retraced down to touch this place, then just range around there last week. Now swept the low of that previous last 2 week. Okay, let me zoom this in, or maybe I should cut this. Now let me start again. This was last 3 weeks. Price gave us this break last 3 weeks. Now last 2 week opened. This is a key level. Mind you see that this is a key level here. This is a key level, or you can call it a breaker block. Now this candle, now this is last 2 weeks. This candle now touched this zone. Now when last 2 week opened, was it okay? This last 3 week. Now this last 2 week. When this last 2 week candle opened, it started rejecting from this zone. Now swept this low. Look at this low have been swept. So you see that the low was swept, and then we start seeing rejection. You see the rejection. This already creating a CRT, but I'm not going to talk about the CRT. And then this week, this was actually last week. I was actually misinterpreting. Now this is this week now. Now there's possibility that this week we just look for a short level around here and just buy. But I'm expecting price to do this from next month, since this is the level where we marked from last the monthly time frame. Now after today, tomorrow is a new month. I'm expecting price to do this buy up, then probably give us a retracement to come around this zone, and for next month price should be bullish for next month. I hope you are not confused. Let's go to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, you can see clearly that from all this zone, price was bullish. Yes, price was bullish. And this that key level we marked, where I just was trying to explain to you guys, this is the key level here. You can see that the key level had enough confirmation to push price up. This one here was our inducement. Price came to this level, right, and buy. And then let's look at structure. This is stop hunt and a break of structure to the upside. A break of structure to the upside. Now what are we expecting? There's possibility of price giving us replacement. Now price might buy and buy and buy, and when price gets to another key level, it will now push price back. You see why this place is more valid, and this place is also a breaker block. Look at this breaker block here. So there is high probability that if price make a retracement, it will come to this zone, and from next month, or not this month again, to give us a buy. So we have more confirmation that price will get to a level and sell a bit to buy. That is on the XY. So it's like saying on the XY, we might be expecting sell to buy, or price will buy first then sell to buy on the XY. Do we understand? Oh, okay, let's look at structure. Let's mark major structures. Now marking major structure, this is a break of structure, making this zone our daily strong low. So we might be expecting retracement anytime, but for now I'm not seeing any retracement. And 4 hour, where's our 4 hour strong zone? Okay, this was the last break initially, making this place our 4 hour strong swing. And this place, I will not consider this one a swing, except when price fully break this place, because this is just few candle closing above it. It might just be a sweep. So until when I see price close above it properly, then this zone will now be our next 4 hour strong swing. I'll be expecting this replacement and another break like this. So we are done with the XY. Let's see Euro USD. Euro USD will also start from the monthly. So let's just see how the candle closed. So this month's candle is still coming from where? A V shape. You can see from a key level. So the candle is actually coming from a key level, and price swept this low. Okay, so this bullish one was January, February, and this March. There is possibility of a retracement for more sales, but another thing is this price is coming from a strong zone. Let's see weekly. Now on a weekly time frame, this is just like a week. Now look at this trend line liquidity here. The price swept. See, most people would have been expecting to buy from here. Price just took all of them out. So liquidity was swept here, and then this now price is rejecting from here multiple times. And let's see daily time frame. On our daily time frame, you see that this was like a replacement. Price came to it, break of structure, price came to the extreme, and now I guess this is more sales. Yes, you heard me, this is more sales. You know why? Go to the weekly, you see a CRT that have been formed. Look, we know that price is bearish. Now when the CRT form in the same direction of where price is going, it has more high possibility. But if it form against price, then there's a problem. Now look at this bullish candle. You see that the high of the candle has been swept. Now there's possibility that the low of that candle will be swept. So this is our next draw on liquidity. And now go to our daily, or let's just go straight to 4 hour. Now what will now be a more confirmation is this. You see that structure is bearish. This is the last break to the downside. Now you see that structure is bearish. Price was forming this internal structure, but you see that this one failed. Can you see? So there is price is bearish. You see that CRT is giving us a major confirmation that price is going down. Now what are we expecting from here, from this zone? Let's see daily and let's see weekly. So you don't know that from next month price might be bearish. Price has more possibility of being bearish than bullish actually, but I'm a bit afraid because of this level where price is already rejecting from. Let's just wait and see what the market will do, then we can decide what our fate is going to be handling on. Let me remove this. The lines were already much for me. So okay, now this is where price is rejecting from. Price is rejecting this key level on a daily time frame. See 4 hour time frame. You know, so something I'm suspecting here is this. I'm suspecting that level, you know, that this particular zone where price is coming from, this zone here, is a monthly level. And monthly level are usually strong. Our storyline was initially bullish, but now our storyline is bearish. Yes, but I'm suspecting something. This zone here where price is coming from is strong. Yeah, this zone here is a very strong zone. So what if this is what price is planning to do? This liquidity here, price has taken it out. What if this is what price wants to do? This is another structure forming. You see that this is a low, but this low failed to give us a break of structure, mind you. Now once this low failed to give us a break of structure, the high becomes liquidity, and what? The low becomes liquidity. Now what if price use this as an inducement? And look at this, our extreme POI or that block here. What if price is planning to buy from here? Now how are we going to confirm that buy? Let's go back. Let me remove all this. How are we going to confirm the buy? We will want to see a break. Let me just go straight to the line chart. We want to see a break here at this place. We want to see a break here. This is how we are going to confirm that buy has started instead of sell. Here, when we get a break here, you can see that it's exactly at the top of this this rejection that happened here. So, but for now, if price comes to this zone, if I see a confirmation here, I'll continue selling. But if I do not see any confirmation, I will wait for price to break this high. Once this high is broken, I'll wait for the retracement to any key level here. I'll look for confirmation and I'll buy. I hope we understand where I'm going. So this zone here could still be a retracement. So if I'm buying from here, my target will be any of this internal range liquidity. In case if price wants to do something like this, you know, price can buy to just make a retracement and then start selling in case you don't trust the market. Let's see GBP USD. I took this sell on GBP USD last week for the same reason, because of this was a break. You see, for our this is a break of structure, this is a retracement. Now price came to this zone and started selling. We were expecting to sell from here, but when this high was swept, I now know that this is just a stop hunt. I went down to my 30 minutes and looked for a break on a lower time frame. Yeah, this is it. I'm supposed to take my, I think I took my first trade sell from here, because that day we had that spike. This is it. Yes, that was the day I started selling. This spike, the day we had this spike. I think that was on Monday last week. Was it last week? That was Monday last week. It was terrible, because I think I was selling from around here. I was expecting just replacement. Price should continue selling. That spike spoiled everything, but it's just, that's how it is. So this was a stop hunt and a break of structure. Now at this retracement, why I didn't sell from this exact zone is because of the timing. This was 7:30. Now this was where I now sold from the next day, which was on Tuesday. This is Asia high. Asia high is liquidity, right? It's liquidity. And then when I had an order block here, this was where I sold from. I was selling from here, sold from here, sold from here. Price came back to my entry. I think I was selling from this zone here. My stop loss was around here. I think I was using 20 pip stop loss that day. My target was actually just this place. Price made this retracement and came back to around this zone. Now, why did I take this sell? I thought you guys, if you haven't watched, I have a playlist here that's named MSNR and Advanced MSNR and SMC, trading strategy. Now I thought about something there. I think on the second video is strong Asia. Yes, I thought on liquidity, external and internal range. I thought on trading range, and then most importantly for entries, Asia, strong Asia and weak Asia. I will not explain much. Now, a strong Asia is an Asia that swept liquidity and give us a break. Now, not just a normal sweep and a break, in line with the direction of the market. Now you see that we are expecting to sell from here. The price is already selling from here, right? Because price is in a premium level, so we are selling. Now this high swept this high. This is where we are selling from already. Now at midnight, price came towards our entry. This is in the morning where Asia ended by 6, but there is something. Asia swept this high. Not just swept this high, gave us multiple break of structure. This a break, this was a retracement, this a break. Look at this low, this another break. Look at this low here, this is another break. The same Asia. Now Asia still broke this place. Tell me, is this zone still a liquidity? This is not a liquidity again. If Asia didn't do anything like this, we would have used it as liquidity, just like this entry here. This entry here, you see that Asia just went down like this. We now use the high as our liquidity to enter from a POI above it, right? But this zone here, we cannot use it. You know why? Price came back to the entry. You see this long line you see here, it's a POI, a daily key level. Mind you, Asia swept liquidity, gave us that stop hunt we are looking for, tapped into our POI, gave us multiple internal break and an external one. Now we trace back. We used to call it an inducement or a liquidity. It's not a liquidity. So that was why I entered from here. This zone here. I entered from here. And look at what happened. When price started into our POI, it gave us 1:1 plus and came back to sweep this high. Price came back to sweep this high. You know why? Because of those who their stop loss will be around this zone. But yet the Asia high was not swept. You see that my stop loss was above it. Once price swept this zone, is boom to the downside. So nothing just happened. Everything that happened in the market has a reason. Let me show you guys another entry around this place. These are all last week trade. Let me show you another entry. So this one, I was targeting this low down here. I think why I later stop at this place is because of this POI. You see this POI? This POI. In case price wants to engineer liquidity, sweep that liquidity and trace. That's why I went out here. Why this other one here? This daily key level. I took another sell. I think was it from this zone? I forgot. I know that I took another sell from this zone, but it was a risky one. Yeah, I think it was from this zone. Like what I told you before, once an order block fail, it become a breaker block. This zone was another block now. A lot of people will be expecting retracement to buy, right? But it is now a breaker block since price closed below it. Now, you see that key level I drew from 4 hours. Look at it. So this place here is a demand level that price closed below it. As price closed below it, I wait for a retracement above it. So that's why I took another sell from here. Once price closed below it at the retracement, I entered from here like this place. My stop losses around here. Then I still targeted this low. Sell, sweep. I think I was expecting a sell around this zone. Price took me out. Price decided to go and sweep Asia. But I think I was expecting to sell around here because of this sweep, a break of structure. This is stop hunt, but there was no inducement here. You see why we need inducement? If price already did something like that, let's say this is a sweep to the upside, a break of structure, let's say there's an inducement here that price swept, tapped into a POI and gave a break, I will not need an inducement here. But nothing like that happened yet, so I was supposed to wait for an inducement here, but I didn't. I just didn't want to miss the sell. Price swept me before selling. And I guess this is Monday. Okay, this sell here was Friday. This was Friday, and Monday. This is today, Tuesday. And let's go to our higher time frame so we can analyze GBP USD. So on GBP USD, we have a break. I mark this zone as liquidity because it's our next draw on liquidity. I think price has done something about it. So this is a break of structure now. This is a break of structure. Let's see weekly. Now price has done something. Yeah, price has done something. Let me explain something here. How can my mouse hand? Okay. Price has done something here. Let me zoom in. You know, most of you guys don't observe your candle very much. Don't observe it. And it's not good. It's not good. It's very important to observe what each candles are doing, especially on the higher time frame. You can see that it's mostly on the weekly, daily, or monthly that I talk about candles. This weekly candle, this was last 3 weeks. Let me remove this week candle. Yeah, this candle is not here. Now look at this low. Look at the low of this candle. And look at the high of this candle. Look, this particular candle swept the low of this one, right? This next candle swept the high and swept the low of this one, but this one didn't sweep the high, didn't sweep the low. It is like it is ranging in between, because this candle opened, opened from here, went high and closed here. Now it is like it is ranging between this high. Look at this high, look at this low of this last 4 week candle. So it's like price is ranging between the high and the low. Now the next week opened was also ranging between this same candle. He only swept this previous one high. I'll come to that one, but it is still ranging because he didn't break this high, he didn't break this low. That means there is liquidity sitting above here and below here. You see why I put this liquidity sign here and the other one that I deleted from the 4-hour time frame. I told you that is our next draw on liquidity. That is number one. Now number two is this. Last week candle swept this candle high. Remember that we are bearish, and I told you that if a CRT form in line with the direction of the market, it is more valid. Look at this high have been swept. Now what is next? The low is our next draw on liquidity. Now that means we have liquidity sitting above here and below here, mind you, because of this candle. But there is high possibility that this bearish one, the liquidity below here, will be taken first before the one above it, probably in the future. You see, that is number one bearish movement, right? But let's go to the monthly. We'll come to that in no time. Let's just see how the monthly candle close, or is going to close. Now this bullish one, you see, this is January, the next bearish one is February, and this one is March. Now price is rejecting from an OC level. This is an OCL, an open close level. That's why we call it an OC level. Price is rejecting from there. And another thing is this zone here is an order block. The third thing is this: there is a gap between here and here. The fourth thing is this: all these lows are what? Liquidity. What if this is just a retracement? As price is rejecting from here, what if from next month we'll be expecting buys and buys instead of multiple sells? And there's still possibility that when next month's candle open around this zone, price will just do something like this and start selling. So next month, you see that from when we were analyzing gold, GBP US and Euro USD and GBP, price is actually bearish, but there is more sign of buys from the monthly. You see that this is an order block. It could still be that from next month and next 2 months it will be more buys instead of what sell, though we know that the market is selling. Another thing, in direction, from a higher time frame, the candle closure matters. You see this place here where this candle swept this previous one low, that's the CRT I'm telling you guys about, and close bullish. You see that the next one was close bullish, whereby sweeping this high. The next one close bullish, but as this one close bearish, what happened? The next one close bearish. There's possibility that the next one will still close bearish. Depending on next month's candle is what will determine if the market will continue to be on a bearish trend, that is on the monthly, or bullish. So next month's candle is going to be the candle that will determine. Though on the lower time frame we can be having our buy week, sell week, but this is, I'm talking based on the monthly perspective. So let's go back to the weekly. Now what did we say earlier? On the weekly we said that this low has liquidity, this high has liquidity. Now this particular previous week high have been swept and the candle closed. Now let's see what this week now do. Boom. You see that this week I told you that what this low is going to be swept, right? See, as this week opened, Monday just gave us a replacement that has been swept, including this low. I hope you not believe that there is liquidity here. Nothing just happened in the market. Just have that at the back of your mind. Nothing just happened. Now you see this liquidity above here. In the future time, the market will come for it, but not now. So let's go to the daily. Now have it at the back of your mind that this buy move, you see, that started from here. This buy move is coming from where? A monthly key level, a weekly key level, and this is a daily, mind you. So that zone is a bit strong. But now, yesterday Monday, price closed below this candle, and there's possibility of more sell candle here. So you see that from last week, price is bearish, bearish, bearish. This week can also be bearish. Let's go back to the weekly. You see that this is this week. This week can also be bearish. So price might choose to come down to this zone, and at the same time, price can choose to be bullish so that it can now be bearish. So price can choose to make a deep retracement like this so that it can be what? Bearish. Let's see 4-hour time frame. we have to reduce all of this since goodbye. So this is a sweep of liquidity, and this could still be a break of structure. This could still be a break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. And here, this is a break to the downside like this. This is just like a retracement, and now this price has closed below this zone. So the same thing I told you guys for EU. I'll be expecting price to give me a confirmation around here or here to sell, but if eventually price give me a break like this, then I'll be looking for buys. I'll be looking for buys up to any of this level. If price get to any of this level, I'll take my profits. If I now see this level fail like this, I'll look for retracement and we'll be going higher, higher, higher and higher. Then I'll know that this level is strong enough to push price. But for now, the level is not strong enough because we haven't had any confirmation. You know that if initially when price rejected from here like this, price now give us a break here, you know that we are going to be expecting this and this. But since price didn't do something like that, then this level can fail. You see that price has given us a break to a downside, but this break might just be to come and take out that liquidity below here. But for now, let's wait and see what the market will do around here. So that is for GBP USD. And for gold, okay, we didn't analyze gold. I only showed you guys the trade I took. Let me remove all these lines are much. So we start from the monthly. So start from the monthly. This is January bullish, February and March have swept both February, March and December candle swept all their lows. I guess maybe the next target might be the high. Let's see weekly. You see that on the weekly price tapped into this zone, and this is CRT. So I think gold is bullish. You can see it. I don't need to explain much that there is high possibility that gold is going to be bullish more. So also have this level here in case you see gold retracing. So we're expecting a break here, and I think price has closed above it or another one closed below it. So that could still be a liquidity hunt. That could still be that price is just hunting for liquidity. But on this retracement, let's see what gold will do. But we know that gold is now bullish, right? But let's see what gold will do. And this is price rejecting a daily level, and then we gave us a break. Look at it. This is a daily level. Price gave us a break to confirm that our storyline is now what? Bullish. So here now we might be expecting this, like gold to continue buying to complete this buy, that this break here that it has already started. Okay, so we might be expecting this from gold today or maybe tomorrow, but let's just see. But if gold do not give me any confirmation around this zone, I will wait and see what the market will do. So we don't have full buy agility because of this zone have not failed yet. Look at it. This is the last zone now that push price down. So until when this place fail, then if this place fail like this, we'll now have full confirmation. Okay, so still have this key level here. This is a breakout block. Let me see what this is. Okay, I think this is where the market might use because this zone and with a weekly and for 4-hour key level. This is a breakup structure. I think I'm going to use this. And here we have another breakup structure here. So here we have another break of structure. So break. This is all 1 hour structure. Now after this break, we got a retracement, right? Now it is Asia that gave us this break. Look at it. This Asia. Let's go to 15 minutes and see what is so special about this Asia. You see that it is Asia that gave us this break. This whole move was from midnight. So it's 1:15 a.m. That's midnight West African time. This is a sweep, right? A stock hunt, Price also swept this zone. So the price swept this zone. I think there's a POI here. Let's look for a POI. We have this one. Let's see for hours. A POI. Yes, there's a POI. This A shape here. Maybe I can refine the A shape to this OCL. Now let's see daily if there's something in the daily time frame here. Is there anything here that daily is not telling us? Okay, there is. Now there is a POI here. So this a low that was created by on Monday by 8:15 p.m. Price swept the low and then give us, apart from all this internal break, give us a break of structure here. The break of structure and still give us an external break. Now you see this key level where I drew from the weekly time frame. There's high possibility that price will use this place to buy this zone. So my first POI is this zone here to buy. My second POI will now be this block here. But now there's no any leg inducement that is closer. You see that this leg here, this leg here is not closer to this one. So I cannot say I want to buy direct here because there's no liquidity here. But this one here has liquidity. Look at these lows. Because I believe a lot of people will be looking for buys around here. So I can choose to buy from this place here. I can choose to buy from here. Probably my stop loss will be here or up here. But up here is going to be tight. Let me use the 100 pip. So maybe I should just use 240 pip stop loss around here, and my targets will be this high. Yeah, and my targets will be this high, like this. So in other terms, I can still choose to use confirmation to take this buy. Yeah, I can choose to use confirmation. Probably that would be the best option to enter using a confirmation. Since we can use our break, yeah, we can wait for break, or we use the one I call a 3-candle formation. That's what I call it, a 3-candle formation. So entering from here direct will not be too safe for me, so I think I'll use confirmation to buy from here. I just need to see 3-candle. What do I mean what do I mean by a 3-candle formation? This is it. I will go to a 30-minute time frame. Let me show you guys one confirmation that I usually use. I think I've shown you guys before. I told you that it's candle closure. Now look at this zone, this bullish candle. Let me remove this issue. This is our POI here, right? This is the POI. This bullish candle touched this one, the POI. Now, but I'm not sure of this place to buy. What I'm going to wait for is price to close above the body of this candle. Once price close above the body, I'll look for an entry. It's more safe if price even close above this one, this particular bearish one. Yes, it's more safe. Let me still show you guys another example. Okay, another example here. This bullish one touched this place. Now I'll wait for price to close here. Price will close below it. I hope we now understand. So probably let me just wait for here and see what the market will do, and I'll look for buys. So that is on gold. BTC is one crazy crypto. Yeah, BTC is one crazy crypto. Honestly, I'm not going to stay much on BTC because I don't trade BTC that much. We'll just go to the monthly, weekly, and see what's happening. And the monthly price is rejecting an order block here. It's rejecting this order block with multiple key levels there. That's last month, February, and March is now showing rejection. You see that January is bearish. December, November, like I think from October 2025, price has been bearish on the monthly. Look at it, all of them are bears now, but this month is now showing a bit bullish move, but it has not closed yet. When it close, but believe me, when it close, there will be liquidity sitting below here and above here, because you can see clearly that this month didn't take any of the highs. So let's see weekly time frame. Price made a retracement up to this zone and came to a key level, came to this key level here. So I think price is probably looking for buys around this key level. We don't really know yet. And secondly, this was a CRT. You might be wondering why price took this low, right? This was a CRT. Look at this low and look at the high that was swept. The high was swept. That was why the next candle took out the low. But after this low have been swept, I guess the next round liquidity will be up here. So probably price might want to come up there, but we don't know yet. This is this week. This bullish one is this week. The price might just be testing this OC level. Yes, price might just want to test that OC level, and yeah, this was a break to the upside, but the low was swept. This is just a sweep of liquidity. Yeah, it's a sweep of liquidity. So I think this zone is still okay, but it depends on what we see here. If price give me a confirmation, yeah, I might sell from here, but if price eventually give me more buy vibe, then I'll expect retracement to just start buying. I hope we understand. So let me see 4 hour. What is this guy doing here? What is price really doing here? Or is this already a sweep? Price have swept this place already. I think I was looking for buys around all these zones, but all of them, none of them stand a chance. Price swept all of them. I don't remember this. So liquidity swept. Structure is broken. The swing low, the swing high, but price didn't give us any break. That means this low is liquidity. This low is liquidity, and this particular zone here is a breaker block. This zone here is a breaker block. You know, this place will be a good zone to buy from. Below this place, I can just expect price to come like this. I can expect price to come down to 65,000 plus. Then I can buy from here. But at the same time, I don't really trust this place somehow. I don't trust this place because this is sweet. Why will price come and sweep here? You know, if the price never swept here, then I will expect something else. But let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see what BTC wants to do next. So let's go to USD/JPY. Let's go to USD/JPY. I won't stay much on this one too. You know, those the first three currency pair, my major ones, EU, GU, gold, and maybe GJ. Those are the currency pair that I trade majorly. Okay. Now, on a monthly time frame, on monthly, you see where price is coming from, right? Price is coming from here. Where was this even marked from? Here. If it's here, then price didn't touch it, except this OC level here. But I think this was just a refinement. So, but this OC level is where price is coming from. This bearish one is January, this February, and March. March have taken out what January high. So next month we might be expecting retracements for more buys too as well. And there's this level here. This level here will be the roadblock. Roadblock are just those level. You know, when you are buying like this, there's others level like this. that maybe this one, you see anytime price come to this place, it will start giving a rejection. All these level now are what is called the roadblock. So don't get confused when you hear me say roadblock. So okay, sweep, break to the upside. This is last week. This last week, and this one is this week. You can see the GJ is bullish right from down. GJ is bullish. Where is this retracement coming from? Okay, let's recap. It was filled. So I can be looking for buy for GJ from. So on GJ, the structure is clear, so that we have a break. So possibility is that you might be expecting just replacements to buy. I think I'll be ending the class here because I'm not really running on the whole back with my PC. But I hope you guys were able to learn something. So you guys should take care of yourself, study the chat more, and I have a lot of course here that I've taught on. You guys should study. You see this trading thing, it is not as easy as I told you at the back of your mind. So I love you guys. Bye.